International Youth Day is a day that actually recognizes not only the successes that youth have contributed in society, but also recognizing the challenges that they go through as well. So essentially, we're coming together to, yes, celebrate and come up with ideas of what we can do differently to try and help support our youth, which are prevalent all across the globe.
Youth can play a meaningful role if they engage in three main areas, and if they are provided with opportunities in three main areas. The first one is education, an education that is adapted to the labor market and to the skills in demand. The second one is employment and economic opportunities. And the third one is engagement, as in participation in civic, social, political, and life in general.
An event like this, International Youth Day, is critical because it allows people, especially youth, to come together to understand what are the core challenges that are being experienced by youth, for youth, and to ensure that they come up with their ideas, because they're the ones who are on the receiving end. So they have to come up with ideas of what they can do differently to help youth prosper in our society.
First of all, they must understand the context where young people is. What are the challenges that young people face in terms of access to information, in terms of access to education? Education that is not just about technically being sufficient about, the standard courses, but also education that could actually improve their life skills, their leadership skills, their social skills.
We were very fortunate to have had about 150 to 200 youth in this room today. So we actually broke them out into three core groups where we had speakers who were experts in their field, from entrepreneurship to health education to future of work, and give their insights in terms of the experiences that they have had and how can they actually ensure that the youth who are listening to them not only expand their minds but also see the world perhaps in a different perspective, so that they can come up with fresh ideas to help us incorporate them into society.
I believe the education does not need to be focused on just the content of what they are being taught. It needs to be about how each individual needs to be focused on their strengths, on their likes, their dislikes, and what they want to do.
With the youth bulge that Pakistan has, the most effective way of including them within the development of the country is to make sure that skills development are an important part of the narrative.
We don't live in a static world. In fact, the changes happening around us are happening faster than typically we are able to adjust. So I think it is very important for the education system to take into account the demand of the economic landscape in general, but also to adjust to innovation. So I think it's important to take this into account so that youth being provided with skills today will be able to have a decent job tomorrow.